How dare you show your face here after what you did yesterday? Shane is in the hospital because of you. Mom, please, Ava pleaded. No one meant for what happened yesterday to happen. Let's just all try to move on. Aiden shrugged. I'm sorry to hear that, but it's not my fault he got involved with those thugs. You know what they say, if you make a deal with the devil, you're likely to get burned. Aiden is right. Harvey's voice boomed from the head of the table. There was no need for Shane to call in the Mafia to take care of this troublemaker. Not to mention, it caused a scene at my party. But it's your fault this happened in the first place. He pointed at Aiden. Aiden held up his hands in surrender and smiled innocently at Ava. You're right. I should have minded my own business. Don't worry. I promised Ava I would not get involved in any more discussions about the family business. Well, that's good to hear. Harvey nodded in approval, stunned that Aiden was being so cooperative for a change. I'm glad you're finally coming to your senses. Aiden kept up the innocent act throughout breakfast. However, the moment he got in his car, he called Rachel. Good morning, Shaw Industries. Rachel speaking. How may I help you? Rachel, it's the Tiger. I need you to send a message for me. Oh, hello, sir. Yes, of course. Rachel replied nervously. Contact Stone Co. and inform them that if Shane Stone is involved with any aspect of the company from here on out, we will cancel our contract with them permanently. No more warnings. Okay, sir. I will inform them. Aiden hung up without saying another word. For what Shane did to me and Ava that night at the hotel, he deserves to suffer 10 times as much as we did, Aiden thought. Until he is completely ruined, my heart won't be at peace. Little did Aiden know that meanwhile, across town, one of his enemies was also plotting his revenge. Craig, it's good to see you. Javier, the CEO of Worldwide Products, stood up to give Craig a hug when he saw him walk into his office. How are you, brother? Craig replied, patting him on the back. Javier invited Craig to sit with a wave of his hand. It's been a while. To what do I owe the pleasure? It's been too long, Craig agreed as he sat down. I'm just here to catch up, but I do have one little favor to ask you before we dive in. Javier grinned. I'm all ears. How can I help you? Is it true that you recently placed an order with SafeTech? Javier's brows shot up in surprise. Yes, as a matter of fact, that order will be delivered today. Craig stroked his chin thoughtfully. Did you pay for the order yet? Javier shook his head. No, payment hasn't been made. Why? The corners of Craig's mouth curled into a smirk. Great. I need you to hold off on paying for that order indefinitely. The guy who's running that company stole the girl of my dreams from me, and the only way to get her back is to force him to become a delivery boy again. Craig smirked wickedly and waited patiently for Javier's response, staring at him intently. The two sat across from one another in Javier's office. Javier arched his brow. You want me to jeopardize our business reputation, just for your petty revenge? Craig folded his arms. I promise there'll be plenty of benefits for you in it if you agree. We'll make sure it's worth your while. Plus, if SafeTech goes down, you could make an offer for the company for pennies on the dollar. Javier smiled mischievously. I like the sound of that. Very well. We'll see that we do. Craig smirked. Excellent. The next day at SafeTech, Aiden was poring over some documents when Tina knocked on his door. May I come in? Aiden waved her through. Go on in, Tina. What's going on? She entered and sat down across from him. Aiden could see that she had a worried look on her face. Is everything all right? She shook her head. I have no idea what's happening, sir. I'm really sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but... Just tell me. It's all right. She placed an invoice on Aiden's desk. Javier, the CEO of Worldwide Products, sent our invoice back to us for their latest order. They're refusing to pay. Aiden picked up the invoice and studied it carefully. What? But we've already begun the installation process. All the products are there with them. Was anything wrong with them? Tina shook her head again. No, not at all. Every part of the order was executed perfectly. Then why are they refusing to pay? I don't know, sir. That's the thing. They've given us no explanation. Tina buried her face in her hands. Aiden rubbed his temples, frustrated. Did they say anything else? Well, Tina looked up at him cautiously. They said they'd like to meet with me about it. Aiden nodded. Okay, that's a start. You go and meet with Worldwide Products, and then report back to me. Make sure you take down everything they say. She nodded. Okay, will do. I'll head out now to meet with them. Tina scurried out of the office, leaving Aiden to think for a moment. This is too strange to be a coincidence. There must be someone or something behind this. Could it be Derek? Or maybe even Shane trying to mess with me. Derek's busy trying to save his own skin, and Shane's still likely recovering from Ron's attack. Who could it be? Aiden's thoughts were interrupted by another knock on the door. He looked up to see Tina standing in the doorway again. She had her jacket on, but hadn't left yet. She looked even more terrified than before. Tina? What is it? Sorry, sir. It's just, as I was about to leave, I got a call from someone over at National Ventures, another client of ours. Yes? What about it? Well, Tina hesitated for a moment. They're saying they're also not going to pay their latest invoice. And they're going to sue us. Aiden stood up. Sue us? Why? They're claiming that someone was able to hack into the CCTV cameras we sold them. Tina paced back and forth. They're saying that it might even have been someone from within SafeTech who hacked them. Someone used the opportunity to steal money from the company, and they blame us. Aiden tossed his head back, laughing. They're being ridiculous. We didn't hack them. Besides, what proof do they have? They're saying it's an employee named Preston.
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.